anxiety disorders. They impact nearly 20 million people in America alone. In fact, they are the most common psychiatric disorders affecting both children and adults. And with the increasing stress of living in the 21st century, on both a global and personal level, this subject is getting more attention than ever. There are several anxiety disorders identified in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders, commonly known as the DSM. Though they share a common theme of excessive, irrational fear and worry, each anxiety disorder has its own distinct features and challenges. In this program, we're going to explore panic disorder and agoraphobia. Many people have moments of panic in their lives.
What's wrong?
But for some, these experiences can become quite
I
extreme,
can't breathe.
to the point that one might feel as if they are going crazy, suffocating, or even dying.
No, I think I need to go to the hospital.
These are called panic attacks, one of the central features of panic disorder.
People will actually report they feel like they're having a heart attack or that they're dying. And the response, the physical response, is not in response to any cue in the environment that should cause that type of feeling.
In general, a panic disorder is diagnosed when a person has experienced at least 2 unexpected panic attacks and develops persistent concern about having further attacks or changes his or her behavior to minimize such events.
I had another panic attack. It happened out of the blue.
Really?
Untreated, the disorder can become quite disabling.
They start to narrow and narrow and narrow their lives in order to prevent the situation that they think brought it on in the first place. Because they don't really understand that it may have nothing to do with the surroundings or the circumstances or anything. It's just their body that has a kind of a faulty panic switch.
Since it happened in the car, I've been nervous about driving around town.
You still have to be able to get around.
I know that, and if I could control it, I would. It's just, well, I've just really been worried about it, that's all.
Whereas the number and severity of the attacks varies widely, the concern and avoidance behavior are essential features of panic disorder. To understand panic disorder, one must first understand what constitutes a panic attack. The DSM describes a panic attack as a discrete period of intense fear or discomfort in which 4 or more of the following symptoms developed abruptly and reached a peak within 10 minutes. Palpitations, pounding heart or accelerated heart rate, sweating, trembling or shaking, sensations of shortness of breath or smothering, feeling of choking, chest pain or discomfort, nausea or abdominal distress, feeling dizzy, unsteady, lighthearted, or faint, derealization, involving feelings of unreality or depersonalization, of being detached from oneself, fear of losing control or going crazy, fear of dying, paresthesias, a numbness or tingling sensations, chills or